Hello guys, welcome to today's stream once again. Today we're going to continue finishing off this watercolor piece of mine. We started it yesterday, but obviously we didn't finish it, so I decided, you know what, let's separate it across 2 days, and so yeah, I'm hoping today we can finish it off. So there's a couple of details still left to go. Not a whole lot, but I do have another painting I could start if, we have some extra time. So, may do that, we'll see. Hope that you are all well. So one of the things I wanted to do last night, when I was thinking about this, was, I just wanted to add a bit more structure to the background area, so just give it some skirting board because it just seems a little bit too too whimsy, I guess. I wanted to give it a little bit more definition, so we're doing some skirting board today, which will hopefully clean up the whole drawing a little bit. I think this is a bit blurry up there, so I'm just going to try and hopefully that's a little bit more in focus. Looks good. So yeah, some more watercolor because I need to touch up the sections over there. Need some more, a little bit more grey because I want to darken that up. Hi Dev, how are you doing? Is the heat still as awful at your place as well? Because it's not great over here, it's so warm. Yeah, we've got the air conditioning on, but it's really not doing a whole lot, so. Cool, so first things first, I think I need to do the top of the skirting board. So we may just do another line so I know where that goes. Should have probably thought of this, beforehand. But no, I like to make life difficult for myself. So now we're in this pickle where I need to touch it up. Hello Dobican and Robin, you guys are both here. How awesome. It's okay. Here is worse and the painting is drying out even faster than it was yesterday. Yeah, I don't know. To me it feels like it's warmer today than it was yesterday. Like, I don't know, it just feels, yeah, a lot more pressing, I guess. But, what can you do? You just gotta push through, right? Just gotta push through. I really don't have such a pretty color of my water today. It's like, it's all green and, not a nice color. Sometimes I really like looking at the colors, but yeah, today's one is just not a really nice one to look at. Kind of looks like a moldy greenish color. Mustardy color, I suppose. Still can't believe that I haven't, to this day, purchased any more schminky palettes. Like, I still make do with what I've got, till this day. So crazy. You made it through a trial version of a winter apocalypse. I must have seen it in the news about how it's here in Texas. To be honest, I don't watch the news, so I haven't, but everybody has been talking about it, so yeah, I've not been oblivious. And you know, you mentioned it to me yesterday, so yeah, it's not great at all. Hope that it gets better everywhere. At least you've got some internet back, which means you've got some power. Natalie Sculpts, hello, how are you doing? Been away for a bit. How did the Fowl painting turn out? I can show you. It's not finished, but we're still working on it. So I'll show you what it turned out as. Not done. It's gonna be tricky. Maybe I can flip the camera. Maybe this will be a little bit better. So yeah, this is what we've gotten to. I still the paper bag. I'm not sure if you guys can see it pretty well, but yeah, the paper bag's done. We still need to finish up, you know, patchy areas like over here. It's still pretty patchy. So I need to fix that up. There's still like a little couple of details, like especially the bird over here. You know, gotta fix up his wings. So it's very close. It doesn't have a whole lot to go, but yes. Soon. I think I have a feeling when like maybe August-ish, it's going to be done. My mum loves it, so yeah, she hasn't actually seen it for quite a while now, like a couple of weeks. So when she did, she was like super surprised because she actually saw like a whole bunch of progress, and I was like, yay, you love it, Mom, I'm so happy. And we both went to the dining room and we looked at the spot where we want to put it against the wall. So yeah, it's gonna fit in so nicely. I'll show you guys once we frame it, and once we hang it up in that room, because yeah, we've got all the guinea fowl placemats on our dining table, and then on the wall we're gonna have that painting, so it's gonna look really nice, and I'm so happy that she likes it. But yeah, next thing we have to do is look for a nice frame, and we want one that's like gonna enlarge the painting a little bit, because you know it is a fairly large wall, and even though it is like one of my biggest size paintings, it's not incredibly big. It's still like only A3 size. So if it doesn't have a big frame, it will get a little bit lost in that wall. So yeah, soon. Oh, thank you so much for the bits, Doverkin. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. You're always so supportive. It's so lovely. The colours are so rich. Your mum's going to love it. I hope so. I really do. Like obviously she's already really happy with it, and I don't think there's anything that can go really haywire from here, so we should be fine. We should be fine. How have you been, Nightly Sculpts? It's been so long. Echoes? Wait, there's do we have audio issues? Okay, I think I know. Let me go and fix that quickly. I'm sorry for the... Oh yeah, I think I know why. Let me go and see if I can do something about that so it doesn't happen again. Because yeah, it's happening, I think, when we go to the other webcam. I think that's why it's doing it. So yeah, if I just switch that off, then hopefully we won't get, you know, we won't get audio from two places again. I didn't know that it could do that, actually. Thanks for letting me know, Deb. Thank you. The painting does seem a bit brighter and more colourful than you remember. And the current one, so adorable. You want a pet dino. I did too. I did too. What do they call her again? Pretty Girl? The one in the latest... Oh, Clever Girl. Clever Girl. Yeah, the one in the latest Jurassic Park. I really, really loved the latest Jurassic Park. I loved all of them, but I was like, I didn't have really high expectations for the last one because it had been a while and the bar was set very high and they had all these new actors in, but Chris Pratt is just like unbelievable in that movie. This is one of his best, I think. I actually haven't watched a whole lot of Chris Pratt movies, to be honest, so that's pretty interesting, because I do love his movies. You've been going through a funk for a bit, but really admire painters and love seeing your work or process. Oh no, that's not good. What kind of funk? Like a creative funk or just like a life funk? I hope that passes over. It's never a nice feeling. Okay, so I can't make it white. Actually, I could. But I think I do need to give it some grey. The skirting board. What I'm talking about, sorry. All the funks? Oh no! You're getting them all at once. Life is just sometimes the worst game you could ever play, isn't it? Really not cool. Well, I really hope that gets better for you. You just gotta hold on. Just gotta hold on, because tomorrow is gonna always be better. Eventually. Okay, cool. So, we do have a little bit of a skirting board going. I think I'm gonna add some white gouache to that eventually. Obviously not right now, but yeah. Because I think adding some nice gouache will just sort of bring it out a little bit better. I have to wait for that to dry first, because at the moment we're a little bit stuck, but that's alright. The recent ones are more of a cash grab. The actors did a good job though, the earlier ones, especially the first masterpiece. Are you meaning the Jurassic Park? Wait, how many new ones were there? I only remember the one. Like, since the big gap, I only remember there being one. So now I don't mind that, these are kind of wavy, because I did want them to be, like I could have taken a ruler, but I didn't want that sort of very clinical feel. I did want something a little bit more free and loose. So I feel like having the skirting board straight is just going to bring out a little bit more structure, and hopefully it won't feel so wishy-washy and, all over the place. 3 old ones and 2 new ones. Okay, so was Chris Pratt in both new ones? I think I've only seen the one. I don't remember there being 2. Yep, he was Jurassic World and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Ooh, I don't think I've seen both. I think I've only seen the one. Because one of them, I remember him, I hope people don't mind spoilers or anything, because I'm assuming it's an old movie, but anyway, if you don't want to hear spoilers, just take a couple minutes and don't listen. So the one I saw with Chris Pratt was the one where he was in this relationship, or wasn't in a relationship with this very like modern girl who was like almost a perfectionist, and he was training Clever Girl in like those pens and everything, and that's about all I remember, really. It's been so long since I saw it, but yeah, that's the one I saw. I remember there being kids too, but I don't know if there were like two movies. One had the kids, because that lady had to take care of kids, like her sister's kids, and her sister and her husband were getting divorced. So, do you know which one's that movie? Is that Fallen World, or is that Jurassic World or Fallen Kingdom? Because I wouldn't know. Yep, that was Jurassic World. He was raising 3 velociraptors, Beta, Charlie, and Delta. Chris Pratt was the alpha. Yeah, exactly. And then they kind of helped him. Originally they turned against him, trying to dethrone him as the alpha, and eventually they turned back to him. So Blue, Charlie, and Delta. Yeah, I do remember them, and I remember them, now that you mentioned, I remember them helping them in the end fight off some other dinosaur. So then, yeah, I don't know, maybe I haven't seen Fallen Kingdom. That's pretty exciting, I'm glad, because I'm pretty keen to watch it now. If I wish, we could arrange a viewing party through Discord. Movie night on any of the weekends if I have the time. That would be cool, actually. Although I don't know, like, how would you go about that? How would you watch a movie together? I don't know how to do that. But if there is a way, that would actually be really fun. Because there's like a couple of movies that, I really want to see, and I don't really like to watch stuff on my own a lot, so I much prefer watching with people, and so yeah, watching with you guys would be awesome. You can share screen through Discord and people can watch. Oh yeah, I guess it's that simple, right? You could stream it on your Amazon Prime Video and anyone in the Discord channel could view your stream. That sounds like a great idea, Dorykin. Sounds fantastic. Yeah. Yeah, that would be awesome. I'd have to check which weekend I could be free though. Not sure if this one would work. But maybe like I'm always free on Sunday evenings, so if you guys wanted to organize it, so I'll try and figure out what time that is. Because that's a guaranteed time that I'm always free on a weekend. I'm fairly sure that should be either like a late Saturday for you guys. No, it should be middle of the day. Should be middle of the day on a Saturday for you guys, if you're in the States. A Sunday evening would work in your favor. Saturday night for you, you're uncertain about your schedule too, so we could plan it sometime later. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think it, would probably be a bit short notice anyways for everybody to just try and make it work for this weekend. But yeah, no, I think that could work very, very well, and that would be fun. What do you call a blind dinosaur? I don't know. It's gonna be some kind of dinosaur name, isn't it? Which I used to know pretty well when I was younger. But I don't think my memory serves me well. Do you think a Thinkosaurus? Really? Why? Why is that a blind dinosaur? And what do you call a blind dinosaur's pet dog? I wouldn't have no idea. I don't even know how you got to Do You Thinkosaurus? Do you Thinkosaurus Rex? Right. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Should have known. Should have known it would have Rex in it. I'd really love to have my own pet clever girl. These are actual jokes from the first Jurassic Park movie? Really? Oh my goodness. They're like a bit confusing, I think. Yeah, I remember the first time watching like probably one of the original Jurassic Parks when I was a kid, and it was so terrifying. And now, like, watching it back, you wonder, like, what was actually so scary? It's crazy, how much something can affect you as a kid, but when you grow up, it no longer has that same impact. And to a certain extent, I think it's sad because it kind of shows that you lose a lot of imagination, or your mind sort of becomes very desensitized to the imagination, I suppose. I don't know. I think of it as kind of sad. I think it's definitely a real big struggle once you grow up to keep that imagination alive. I think a lot of adults lose that very, very easily. Totally get that with the original Doctor Who series. Oh, that terrified you? Hello, Hell on Earth. Welcome back. How are you doing? Glad to see you here. What was one of the scariest movies you watched as a kid? The Devil's Rejects. Okay, can't say that I've seen that. So what exactly is that about? Horror movie directed by Rob Zombie. Ah, right. Don't think I've watched a lot of movies by Rob Zombie, which is, I guess, pretty weird considering I do love horror movies. You used to be afraid of Elmo when you were a kid. Really? Why? Was he just too hyped up? Or did he look like some kind of monster? And that's why. Yeah, we didn't really watch a whole lot of Sesame Street here in Australia. I think it was available. We just, like, we used to watch Teletubbies, Play School, what else? There was this series called Baba, which is like an animated series about like groups of animals doing things. Don't remember what else, really. Oh yeah, there was Bing and Bong. I really loved Bing and Bong. It's like, it was still one of my favorite kids' TV shows. I don't know, there was like no conversation in it. But I just loved that they were aliens and like they went to different planets and things like that. So really related to it, I guess. The Wiggles? Yeah, I watched the Wiggles too. You think it depends on age groups, to be honest. You definitely remember watching Sesame Street when you were younger. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think to be like I guess most of the stuff I watched when I was a kid, I didn't like when there were people in it. So I only liked when there were like animals or cartoons or something. I didn't really like, so that's why I was never a big fan of Play School. It was like the most boring thing ever to me as a kid. But we did watch it because it was on before different shows were on. Watched a lot of Brum as well. The original Hellraiser, that scared you. Something off-putting about it, like uncanny. Aww. Can't say that I can, like, see that, but the soundtrack was great. Oh, okay. That's good to know. The Devil's Rejects isn't scary. It's a brutal slasher. So is it kind of like Saw? Have you seen Saw? Think it depends on... Oh, the Wiggles. Yeah, I've watched the Wiggles. Good afternoon for you and good evening for Oh, good afternoon for me and good evening for you. Well, hello there, Emerald Ocean. Glad to have you back here, and I hope that you've had a lovely day. What have you been up to? As a kid, you didn't watch many horror movies. The one that scared you the most was Mirrors. I haven't seen that one. Brum, you remember Brum? Yeah, I love Brum. Also a lot of Bob the Builder, although likewise, I didn't really like that a lot because it was like based on human characters and I was much more of a fan of animal characters. I just never really got into, I guess, shows about people. I was very animal obsessed when I was a kid. Still am, but I kind of directed a lot of my movie or TV show taste. You had a model car of Brum that you used to run around the house with all the time. That must have been so cute. Do you still have it? I still regret some of the toys I lost as a kid. Like, stuff that got thrown away when we moved and things. I think you don't realize at the time what's going to be valuable to you later. It might be at your grandparents' place. Well, that's cool. Errands had been busy. Just off the bus, boy, you fell asleep. That ride felt like it went far away. Buses, man. Yeah, I once actually fell asleep on the train, and I missed my stop, and I ended up so far away. And yeah, don't ride the train if you don't have a lot of sleep the night before because it's not good. It's not good at all. Hello, Zazu. Yeah, he's still got his wet feathers from the shower this morning. So he had a shower because it's super warm, and I feel like him having a shower kind of cools him down for the rest of the day. But yeah, he's just a bit hyper now. Not as sleepy as I was hoping for him to be, because now he's gonna be a bit of a problem, you know. It's gonna get rowdy soon. The one thing I don't want to touch that I'm so happy with about this piece is the way the watercolor flecked over here. I am so happy with this area. So I really don't want to, you know, touch that too much. I just want to sort of darken to show that the shadows coming out from underneath the little dinosaur. And then hopefully that'll be enough. For sure. And well, you gave yourself an adventure by missing your stop. Gotta get back on the train and go the other way. Yeah, I know. Well, luckily it was going on, it was on the way home and not on the way to uni, which was where I was coming from, because otherwise I'd have missed my classes, which wouldn't have gone very well. But yeah, no, I just like it's not a very safe thing to do. So yeah, if you can help it, don't do it. That dino is so adorable. You think you might implode from the cuteness. Oh, blueberry unicorn, thank you so much. Every time I get to say your username, it makes me kind of smile inside, because it's just one of those very fun usernames. Wish you could stay, but you have to wake up early. Most of the team in your office don't have proper electricity or internet in their home yet, but for whatever reason, you've been assigned the usual amount of work. Well, isn't that just lovely? That's employers for you, right? They're always like that. No matter what goes on, you still gotta show up. Well, I really hope you have a wonderful sleep, Doverkin, and hopefully tomorrow goes well and it's not too stressful and you don't have too many issues with the power outages. But yeah, I hope you stay safe. It's been your online name since forever. Well, it's a really good online name. I love it. It just has this nice ring to it, I think. It's like lots of fun words all mashed up into one, I think. You shall leave me with a question. If a person does not know if a person does not know he is a werewolf, does that make him a werewolf? Oh goodness. Maybe, I guess. That is a good one, Doverkin. That is truly a good one. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I am going to make a quick break, guys, and just get a drink, and then I will be back. So I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Sorry guys, I just needed to go and make myself a cup of tea, and my mum just came home from work, so just been saying hello to her as well. Hello Lady Paints and Queen Melisandre, how are you guys? How long you dreaming for? Did you just start? Wait, what? You're loving the wait? Longest one you've been a part of. Nice. Longest wait. Yeah, no, I don't really, I guess, leave my streams very often. So I hope you guys didn't mind. I'm really sorry about the wait. Hello, Sergo Suna. How are you? How's it going? You will wait. How's your day been, Lady Paints? Hope it's been going well. It's okay. I'm looking great. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I wanted to sort of fit the yellow theme today, so hopefully I match my little character, you know? Worth the wait? Oh, thanks, Kenwy. How are you doing? So yeah, for those of you who have just turned up, I'm not sure if you've all been here yesterday, but we are just continuing on my watercolor painting. So I'm working on my Archies watercolor paper. I'm using my Schminky watercolor paint, and this is a sketch that I started early 2019. And so today, I'm just continuing off of where we left off yesterday. Oh, very good, yes ma'am. You've just been crocheting, just finished another druid painting to another druid painting to mail off. Oh, that sounds so awesome. You should really show me what your crocheted druids look like. I love your painting, by the way. The one you sent me on Discord, you have such a beautiful style. I don't think you realize how unique that is, and I think if you cultivate that, you know, you've got some very special art that you can, you know, push out and yeah, show to everybody. Nice, that's great. Wait, what's great? Oh, the watercolor painting. Yeah, I am so happy with where we've gotten to with this piece. I was trying something, so I was like yesterday, we had to opt for the risky way forwards, or we had to opt for just keeping the background all white and just having the character there. So that was obviously going to be the less risky option, but I decided, you know, I really did want to bring out a little bit of room, obviously because then, you know, you get the idea that there's some of these toys flying around, and she's sort of like walking about with her little pet dinosaur. So yeah, I just felt like it needed something, you know? So yeah, took the risk, and I feel like I'm very happy I did. You know, now I have this beautiful background, and it really helps explain the story a little bit better than just having, you know, a spot illustration. I'm so sweet. You'll see if you can load it up to me one sec. Oh, you can show us right now. That would be awesome. Yeah. Please do. Please do. I don't think I've ever seen a crocheted druid. My boyfriend gave me the most adorable crocheted baby Yoda. I'll see if I can show you guys. Give me 1 second. So this is my little crocheted baby Yoda. He's so tiny and so cute, and I love him to bits. But yeah, he was a birthday present. I think it's a birthday present or anniversary present from my boyfriend. But yeah, made from an Etsy seller, and yeah, so cute. I forgot the name of the Etsy seller, but I so love him. He's so tiny as well. And I'm collecting all these super small plushies lately. So having this little baby Yoda is just perfect for my little collection, you know. I'll just pop him over there so he can, you know, give us some critique about the painting. You love her chair? My chair? I do love my chair, yeah. My chair is like this really lovely antique, and actually is very comfortable, you know. I'm more comfortable on this chair for long periods of time than I am on any other chair in my studio. But no, you painted a new Druid. It's an artist trading card. Now you're just crocheting a blankie. Oh, okay, right. So the Druid is the painting, and you're just crocheting the blanket. Let me have a look. See if I can share that painting of yours, so everybody can see what beautiful... Why is it not showing up? That's interesting. Oh, you DM'd me, that's why. There we go. See if I can open that up. I switched around my layout, and now for the life of me I can't get used to it. And again, I have to always do this for the first time, or it won't show the painting. There we go. This is Lady Paint's Druid, guys. She looks so small. Like, look at the size of your hand. Wow. There's so much detail in here. How did you pack all that detail in such a small piece? Wow, that is so incredible. I love the contrast of like her hair sort of framing the whole painting. It's so beautiful. What kind of paper did you do this on, Lady Paints? It's awesome. Yeah, it is. Baby Yoda, you see him everywhere now? Yeah, he's very popular, isn't he? If Charles were on my stream right now, he would just lose it. I think next time he comes on, I need to wave around little baby Yoda. Well, that's detail, a lot of attention to detail. Yeah, it really is. I mean, you can just see all those plants in the background. Her crown is so detailed. It's gorgeous, and I love the colors you use. I love the purples and the greens together, and then the golds. It's like, it's sort of warm, but very natural at the same time. It's very gorgeous. Thank you for the follow, Belensi. Really appreciate that. If you'd like to introduce yourself and share your art with us, please feel free to drop a link to your Instagram or tell us where you're from. Cold press on this one. You wish you would have used hot press. How come? Just smoother? Because yeah, imagine, you know, with a painting this size, going cold press, you know, going hot press would definitely help you a lot, you know, getting more details packed in. Hello, Sergosuna, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for showing us your painting, Lady Paints a lot. Really appreciate that. It's so beautiful. Yeah, she does rock, doesn't she? You should see her beautiful styles, you know, with some of her inks and things. It is so free, you know, so beautifully free. You thank everyone so much. You've really, really loved art always. But you're like me, but you're like Neko's amazing work to me. You come to go ooh in art at my work. Oh, Lady Pains, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. And yeah, I feel the same, you know, I come on here and I love to see what you guys get up to, you know, like a week goes by and I'm wondering, what did you guys make this week? Because before, I especially felt extremely lost after uni, not being able to share creativity with my, you know, my uni friends anymore. And it was really nice being able to bounce ideas off each other and just talk about art. And yeah, once we didn't go to uni anymore, that obviously became a lot more difficult. And I feel like Twitch has really brought that back, and that's really special. Did it hurt when you fell from the vending machine? Wait, what? What vending machine? Oh, thank you, Sogo Suna. Really appreciate that. You prefer hot press? Seems like it does things with the watercolor that doesn't happen in cold press. And yeah, being around other artists helps inspire you too. So you think you feel that way about hot press? Sometimes I feel that way about cold press, that, you know, I'm looking to get those effects on hot press and it just doesn't happen. You wish you had talent like me. Oh, thank you so much, Sogosuna. But honestly, it's just repeated practice. Just keep at it. You know, you should see some of my older work. You know, I like to look back at my old stuff and go, you know, it's incredible how far you can come. You know, if you just keep working. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. You were gonna raid me, but I was gone for so long, but you see I'm still alive. Yeah, no, I am Killer Koala. What were you working on your stream though? Please feel free to share. Isn't it amazing how even a year of painting, your style will evolve? Oh my goodness, you're so right. Yeah, I mean, I look back at some of my older work and go, you know, wow, that's like a totally different style. It barely looks like my work. And then I look at my work now and wonder, you know, in 5 to 10 years time, what's my work going to look like? Is it still going to seem like the same style over a couple of years, or, you know, what's it going to be like? Some fantasy art, you will for sure get me next time. Love my work. Oh, Killer Koala, thank you so much. I would love to have seen what you were streaming. I didn't know that you were streaming today. Definitely gotta check out some of your stuff. Now I've opened a window that I cannot close. I'm just so adorable. Aw, thanks guys. Thank you all for hanging out and being creative alongside me. Really feels awesome. Also, you think it has all to do with like where you are in your life. You bring not only new techniques in, but the mood of your current daily life makes art change. Oh, totally. I mean, if I look back at my art journey, you know, my life experiences have definitely influenced the style of my work and, you know, the subjects of my work for sure. And yeah, I think it's very true, you know, life experiences do change our art in big ways, and I think it's beautiful, you know, because it brings out a part of your personality in your work, and it's not something to be sad about. It's something that I think makes art incredibly helpful. And I mean, sometimes, you know, it's not always, let's say you were going through a sad period in your life, it's not necessarily going to mean your art will be sad. You know, some people tend to draw happy artwork when they're sad. You know, it's not always a very prominent sign of what will be. How come this line seems very off, and it is very off, clearly. I'm wondering if that should be fine. Let's see if I can erase that. You know, you don't feel good, you have to go through your journals to paint, because those paintings come out like, what are those emotes? They are so cute. Oh, like sad? Well, yeah, I mean, it's good if they're coming out, you know, out of your system, and you get to just think about something else. Probably need to go from this side so I can get those lines looking similar. Anyways, getting back to this, for sure, what if you start doing something you don't normally do? It's great going into the new unknown, since you see something new created, including a new version of yourself from 10 years ago. Yeah, and you know what's also beautiful is trying to recreate the piece that you may have done 10 years ago, but recreating it now in your new style or with more skills. I think that's also incredibly special. So, you know, you get to see the new perspective of that piece. Sometimes it comes out incredibly different. So, yeah, I think revisiting old pieces is another, you know, special way to explore your skills and see how far you've come. You know, taking a piece you've done, recreating it with your new level of skills, and then that not only gives you a boost of confidence, but I think it also shows you, you know, what areas you've improved on more visually. You know, you'll be able to go, okay, so I improved on contrast, I improved on colors, I improved on how I draw eyes or anatomy or all those things. And I think, yeah, it's incredibly beautiful to see, you know, your old stuff revisited, because it really does boost your confidence. That's why I don't like throwing out my old pieces, you know, like holding on to them. Not only because you get to then see the journey that you've made and understand why you made that journey and what your art journey is about, but you also get to recreate those old pieces or just look at them and yeah, see how far you've come. What were some of the favorite things you guys used to draw in your old art that you maybe no longer do? You no longer draw? Do you feel like you've changed the things that you draw? Because I definitely do. I definitely feel like I used to draw certain things that I no longer do draw. E-Bags, welcome! Thank you so much for the follow. How are you doing? You love her boots? I love boots too, yeah. No, these boots are super awesome. Still gonna get the details done, so there's that. But no, they're coming along nicely. I'm very happy with them. They're all good. You used to love drawing or painting animals, but you weren't very good at it. Oh, that's unfortunate. And yeah, you know, you found you do not paint men well. You almost always paint females. Well, Lady Pains, I think that's probably because you are a female. I personally, yeah, I've always struggled drawing men, and I still struggle drawing men. I think it's because, you know, you find it easier. Like, we actually had a discussion about that on one of my mod's streams, Dart Guy stream, and we were debating the question, do you find it easier to draw your own sex, or do you find it easier to draw the opposite sex? And I think in general most people agree that they find it easier to draw their own sex because, you know, you're familiar with your body's movements, you're familiar with, you know, certain poses you commonly sit in, you know, if you like sitting cross-legged, you know, or you like holding something a certain way. Like, men and women obviously hold things a little bit differently because of our bodies and the weights in our bones and things like that. So all those things add up, and, you know, if you don't, you know, if you're not surrounded by people with that form very commonly, then you are going to find it difficult to draw that body shape. So I don't think that that's very odd. I think it's actually fairly common. At least it's true for me. I find, you know, I can draw little boys pretty okay because they don't have a huge difference between, you know, boys and girls. But as soon as, you know, they grow older, there's obviously a lot more differences between the two genders, and that's when it gets tricky. Oh, Earbags, thank you so much for this sub. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Glad that you've joined in and subbed, and hopefully we get to see you for a long time. Please feel free to introduce yourself, by the way, and like share your work. Further than you can't draw men or women to save your life. You can draw shapes or trees or the ocean, but human bodies, that's a work in progress. Well, I think, you know, there's nothing you can't draw. You just gotta keep practicing. I think if you keep at one thing for long enough, you are going to get better at it. That is so true. Yeah, exactly. Oh, but see, you suck at landscapes. Lady Paints, that was me, and I still feel like that's me now, but that was definitely me a few years ago, like 2 years ago. If you had asked me to do a landscape, I would have said, I'm sorry, no, I can't do that. But I kind of pushed myself through my alien painting, and also did a bunch of other different paintings with background scenes, and now I don't feel as daunted by them. So if you feel like that's holding you back, I would just take a crack at it. Just go for it. You can draw women, but not like dynamic poses. You get the proportions wrong every time. Okay. Well, I think proportions are just something you always got to keep in check, you know. Like just while you're drawing, just analyze, you know, how long is this limb compared to this one, and different body parts. Like just keep comparing them. Because like even sometimes, you know, I feel like I'm fairly familiar with the human anatomy, and I still feel like in a lot of my drawings I get it wrong. Like this one in particular has some issues. It was obviously done a couple of years ago, so I wasn't going to be able to fix it now, but it does have a couple of issues, and so yeah, it's definitely challenging. You feel that? Same proportions are not easy. Yeah, exactly. Especially when you're doing very challenging poses. It can get so tricky. I totally understand, yeah. I'm gonna try and give this skirting board a bit of a rounded edge. So I'm not sure what you guys call this edge in the States or in Europe, but in Australia, we call it a skirting board. But you know, you feel like the quirky parts of the distorted proportions are what you like. Sometimes, yeah. Like, for example, her head is way too big for her body, and that's actually a bit intentional, you know? Like, it is intentional. So sometimes, you know, exploiting those features can actually give your painting a lot more character. You think it brings something to the drawing that allows you to stay looking at it further. Oh, okay. Yeah, that does make sense. Baseboards. Oh, you call them baseboards. And that's also the fun thing. What's wrong or out of place may inspire people regardless. Yeah, there is this beautiful, this amazing oil painter. He did the album art for one of Ingrid Michaelson's albums. I'll see if I can show you guys. I think it's Joe Sorren, actually. Let me quickly Google. Yes, it's Joe Sorren. Awesome. Proud of myself for remembering that one. Cool. So I'll try and find a good piece to show you guys what I mean. Well, this is a good one. Like, he's got like so many amazing pieces, but this is a very good example of what we were just talking about. So, show you guys this one. So this is Joe Sorren's work, guys. And if you look at the this image here on the right, I'll try and open it up in a new window. Can we zoom? There we go. Cool. So obviously this image is entirely out of proportion. The way her head is attached to her body almost makes it look like her body is meant to be on the other side. You know, it's not meant to be attached like on the side of her ear. It's meant to be attached down here. But he's changed that, and not only that, but he's changed like a bunch of different features. Like, she doesn't have much of an arm left and everything, and that adds to, you know, the creepy elements and just the effect in this piece. It's so beautiful. I'll show you some of his other pieces and you'll see more of what I mean, of how he likes to mess around with different proportions. Like this one over here, let's see if I can enlarge it. you can see, you know, their heads are way too big for their bodies. Look how small his left eye is over there. It's not meant to be that small, but he's made it that small, and because it's so off, it adds to the quirkiness of this painting, and it's so beautiful. And then you've got, you know, look at his tiny legs, and there's almost something wrong with them. They're so stubby. There's something wrong with the limbs and the fingers. They're not working well, but it adds, you know, it adds to the painting. It's so beautiful. And yeah, he's amazing at whale painting in general. I'm a huge fan of his, like, just always in awe. The sand and the luminance of the sand, yeah. Oh, yay, we've got a raid. Hello, Ian, how are you doing? Thank you so much for that raid. Really appreciate that. Would you like to share with us what you were doing? We don't have a mod on at the moment, so I'm gonna have to do a shout out for you. But let me do that. Guys, if you aren't already following Ian, you really need to. His streams are so awesome, guys. So full of excitement and always full of awesome conversations about art. You will be totally happy for having followed him, let me tell you that. One of the gems of Twitch, and he does like adorable dual streams with Coletta, his girlfriend, where they both draw together, and it's so sweet. Totally inspiring. You were working on Sad Food. You already have finished that one. You will share that one. Oh, that's awesome. Let me see if I can have a look. See if we can see what Ian was working on. Spy on him a little bit. So was Coletta with you today? Oh, there we go. There's the Sad Food stream. Let me see if I can share this with everybody. Guys, look at Ian's work. Look at what he was doing. Working on lots of sad food dishes over here, from the looks of it. That is so cool. Look how droopy he is. It's like he's melting. Kind of fitting in this weather, Ian. We have super warm weather over here at the moment, and that pizza kind of looks like he's from around here right now. Like he's just melting. Had enough of this heat. Please get me out of here. You followed Ian? Oh, good. Thank you for the follow, SKMR. Really appreciate that. And you too, William. Really appreciate the follows, guys. She is sleeping at 6 AM. You were doing a spontaneous night stream. Oh, okay. That is rare for you. I was gonna say it's not your usual time. Sad ramen? No. You like ramen? Everybody on Twitch seems to like ramen. I have no idea why. It doesn't seem so appetizing. Hi, Grumpy Illustrator. How you doing? Happy ramen? Yeah. But yeah, Ian's work is truly amazing, guys. Look at the detailed stippling. I love what you did with this guy over here. I haven't seen him yet, where he's dripping. They're both dripping. I love that. What a cool overlay you've got. As always, love the lighting in the back and love your decor. Totally a fan. Ian puts so much effort into the whole side of the visuals of his streams, guys. Everything just works together and it's so beautiful. So beautiful. Wow. Oh, look at this guy. He's so creepy. That is awesome. Very creative. So did you only just start him? Because it looks like most of the stream you were working on the sad food. But then on the end here you were working on this guy. He is so creative. Wow. Very beautiful, very beautiful. Thank you so much, Ian, for the raid. Really, really appreciate that. That was your Baba Yaga art piece. You made that one 3 months ago. Never finished him. Ah, right. So you also use the ends of your streams to finish up pieces that you haven't done. I do that too. The overlay is a bit new, the drippings and stuff, wanted to give it more love. Yeah, it's going to be a bit tricky, I think, you know, having both Coletta and you, and then all those characters as well. It's going to be interesting to try and fit all that in and pack it in, you know, on one screen. But yeah, definitely when you're streaming on your own, I think it works great. I think they really add to it. Makes it feel very, like they come to life, you know. Very beautiful. You were a bit bored of the foods. Coletta is still working on her stuff for the Giro stuff. That will be added soon. Oh, that's awesome. You have to run. You're so sorry. Can't stay more. You have to wake up early. No worries, Lady Pains. Hope you have a good rest, and I hope you have a good day at work tomorrow. What am I working on today? I'm doing a watercolor painting of a piece that I sketched in early 2019. So it's an older piece that I'm now doing, you know, giving some color, adding color to it. So I transferred it onto my hot pressed Archies watercolor paper, and I'm coloring it with some Schminky watercolor paper. You will see me next time. You hope I have a beautiful stream. You too, Lady Paints a lot. I will see you too. And hope you have a lovely day. It's very cute. Oh, thank you. This one is looking sick hot today. You love it. Yeah, it is looking awesome, isn't it? I am so surprised that it turned out so well. I wasn't expecting that. Like, originally I could choose between going the safe route, which would have meant we wouldn't have had any background. I was just going to do the character, just on like a spot color illustration of the character. But I decided I really wanted to go and do the risky route, you know? And it paid off. I was so happy. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. Can't always know, but I think it's worth taking the risk. Loving the pet? Oh, thanks, Matt. Yeah, I'd love to have my own pet miniature dinosaur, even though in some ways Zazu does kind of count as a miniature dinosaur, so risk is good. Risk is very good. Yeah, definitely. Challenging yourself is always the best thing. Don't stay in the safe zone. Always try and do a little bit more than you think you can. It's always good. What is the time? I'm wondering. So it's almost 4. Almost 4. It's getting incredibly dark in here. I may just open up the window a little bit more. Just so I got a bit more light in here. Hi Sketch, how are you? You can always have a dragon. How can I have a dragon? Are you meaning those little dragon lizards from Indonesia? Because I've seen those and I'd love to have one. Those are endangered. How have you been, Sketch? Were you just streaming earlier? You was checking out my Instagram. I got some amazing work. Definitely your kind of artist. Followed for sure. Oh, William, thank you so much. So you're definitely into some more eccentric kind of work then. I'm guessing you like pop surrealism. Do you have an Instagram page we could look at? I'd love to see your work if you are an artist as well. Wish you could have the weather and green leaves like we have right now. You had snow and -17 last week, and this Sunday it will be sunny and 15 degrees. The rest is just depressing. Oh no, I hate the cold, so I can totally sympathize with that, Ian. Yeah, no, I wish I could share some of this really warm weather with you, but apparently yesterday, if you were outside, it was 44 degrees Celsius, so pretty warm, pretty warm. We can definitely spare to share some of that heat. That baby dragon reminds you of a cartoon joke. An elderly nearsighted person is complimenting a lady who has her dog in a pram. Lovely baby. That does sound like a good one. Yeah, I can totally imagine. I think I've seen a couple of those. That does make sense. Please put some in a box and ship it out ASAP. I'll do that. I'll do that right after this stream, Ian. Right after the stream. You did a late nighter, got to bed about 7:30 AM this morning. Oh my goodness, you were one crazy night owl, Sketch. I used to do that a while back with my live streams actually, and I'm so glad that I stopped that because yeah, streaming during the daytime is definitely a lot better, much better. I'll just quickly be right back, guys. Give me 1 second. Had to remove Zazu's play area back, so he can use it. You're very sympathetic to people who can't live in Queensland. How come? Queensland is so humid. There is warm but wet. Can't complain about the rain. It makes the flowers grow. Yeah, oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, because it's rainy, so you guys still get to wet your gardens and things. Yeah, that does make sense. You just got early with Instagram, so you don't really have much in there. Well, let us have a look at what you do have. Guys, look at William's artwork. It is so awesome. Let me check in, you guys see that? Yeah, awesome. That is so cool, guys. Look at this dripping tongue. Wow. I love the texture you put on his head. That is so awesome. Really, really love that. Wow, look at this guy. That is so beautiful. What is this done in? Because it kind of looks like colored pencils, but also a little pastel-y. I'm gonna guess it's colored pencils. Are those colored pencils, William? You read about the late night is bad for your health. You were reading at 4 AM. Yeah, not great timing. Not great timing to read about that, is it? This is so beautiful, William. It's really so beautiful. I love angled shots of artwork. I don't know, it just makes you feel good. Wow, this is really big. Look at those eyes. I love how you didn't draw a line, you just did these little hatched lines together to form the eyes. I love that. That is really good. Also, it looks like he's gone like half blind in that eye. Very cool. Very, very cool. Wow, this is some sick work. Very, very awesome. I'm guessing this was the start of the piece. That is so beautiful. Very, very awesome. Wow. Thank you so much, William, for sharing that. Really, really appreciate that. And thank you for the follow. Colored pencil and pen? Yeah, I was guessing it would be one of those. Very ironic. Yeah, isn't it? It's so ironic. You wear high vis when mowing your lawn during the wet season in case you get lost. So you're very health conscious about things like that, but you're not very health conscious about going to bed late. That is interesting. I find that incredibly interesting. Maybe you need to sort of take a look at some of your life choices, Sketch. Because I think you'll find that a couple of those are a little bit more concerning than your lawn mowing. Wow, Ian, thank you so much for the bits. Really appreciate that. Thank you. You're going to leave saying hi to another streamer real quick and then sleep. It was fun, but also very hard to do the night stream. Have a lovely rest of the stream. Yeah, I can imagine, Ian. You must be exhausted. And that's totally fine. I hope you have a really good rest and hopefully you get to actually stream tomorrow during the day, being so tired. But yeah, thank you again for the raid. I really appreciate you sharing all your love. Thank you so much. Hi, Dr. Chronic. How are you? Guess what? I have just the thing to show Charles next time he comes to my stream. What do you think, Dr. Chronic? Do you think he's going to be happy about saying hello to this little guy? You hope I don't mind, but you'll like to see how my last painting went. Painting with a Humpty Dumpty went. I can show you. It's not painted yet. Trying to remember where I stored that actually. That's a good question. Let me see if I can find it. I have a feeling Humpty is in my other room stored away, so unfortunately I won't be able to show you on stream today. But I'm sure you'll get to see it soon because we're working on it tomorrow, so we'll have to pack it out. So if you come around tomorrow, I can definitely show you. Not tomorrow, glad you're just chilling tomorrow. Oh, well that's good. At least you get a bit of a rest. Trying to get Mr. Yoda sitting up right over there. You don't think he would love it, but it might make him go, oh, yeah, it would. I think so. I think so. Well, either way, Baby Yoda's ready for him next time he comes to say hi. Was that Yoda or Grogu? Good question. I think it's more like, he's more likely to be Grogu because, you know, he's small and he kind of looks very adorable. So I guess we'll go with Grogu. Grogu seems more likely. You love watercolor paintings? Yeah, me too. Me too. Watercolors are definitely one of my favorite mediums. So this is a piece I did in early 2019, a very old sketch that I'm now just coloring in watercolor. So it's basically a little girl with her pet dinosaur, and he's not very happy because he wants to obviously be a very big, menacing, scary dinosaur. So yeah, he's not all too happy about the fact that she's holding him, but oh well, she doesn't care. She loves him anyways. It's a little green turd in Charles's punch bowl. Yeah, it really is, isn't it? Definitely. That's exactly how he feels about Grogu. You have a soft side as well. It's just under an evil shell. Yeah, I guess a lot of people feel that way. But I think we're all soft inside, in some ways. You have some super cute photos of your little Sarah and her playmate playing with a little dog in a pram. The dog was dressed up as a baby. Aw, that sounds so cute, Sketch. That sounds super adorable. Would love to see it. Yeah, what kind of dog? It was pretty interesting. Last night I was playing with some of my gaming friends, and 3 of us actually had our own pet parrots. And so we were on voice chat on Discord, just chatting to each other about our pet parrots and all their different personality traits and everything. And it's kind of like, you know, you never know how much you have in common with complete strangers. Sometimes you have so much in common with them. It's crazy. I'm definitely gonna have to do some straightening out of this paper at some point. Definitely will need to. It was like a terrier-like pooch. Like a West Highland White Terrier. I love those. Kids sew such unbearably cute things sometimes. Kids do such unbearably cute. Yeah, they do. But kids can also, like, I remember when I was a kid, I used to be so mean to animals too. Like, not intentionally mean, just by accident, you know, you don't know any better, and so you just do dumb things, and sometimes you don't realize that it's bad. Because I used to make my pet budgie repeatedly fly, you know, and I didn't realize that, you know, birds can get tired, especially pet birds that, you know, aren't very fit, can get incredibly tired and can eventually not hold themselves up anymore, which means the bird gets thrown and can't fly anymore because they're so exhausted. So, yeah, pretty mean. Luckily they were okay, but I wish I could go back and tell past me to be a little bit more gentle, you know? Okay, so at least now, that is nice and separated. I like that. It's working out very well. What time is it? So it's now 4, so we've got about an hour to go, guys. Yeah, we wish we could all go back and redo things, don't we? Don't we? Yeah, all us parents love to cuddle little monsters. Yeah. I mean, I think parents are super tolerant of things that kids do sometimes. You do that after your streams, you sort of fall off your perch. I can imagine, Sketch, especially if you're, you know, staying up so late and then streaming. That's nuts. That is nuts. And I see you everywhere, and it's so awesome. Whenever I'm watching another stream after I'm done streaming, I always see you around, and it's always lovely seeing a familiar face. Hello, Italian mofo! This is scary? Yeah, well, he's trying to be scary, but unfortunately she thinks he's just adorable. You again? You mentioned 4 AM before. 4 AM or 4 PM? If it's Sketch, I'm gonna go with 4 AM. Oh, you meant me? Oh, it's 4 p.m. So it's daytime. Guess it's a little hard to tell whether this is like an artificially lit room or not, but this is natural light. So getting actual good sunlight in today. My watch keeps sticking to my necklace over here constantly. It's incredibly annoying. I'm trying to figure out what I did for the clasp here on her foot. I think it sort of went out a little bit. Gonna have a lot of enjoyment with the gouache on this one. I can already see that. This is a good one for gouache. So is Charles streaming at the moment, Dr. Chronic? You have so much fun on Twitch. It's great fun to go see what everyone else is doing. Yeah, it really is, isn't it? It's really special. And yeah, it's like such a tight, close-knit community, especially the art community. Like, I don't really watch any other streams other than art streams. Unless it's like my friends or something, you know, then I'll watch gaming streams or something else, but most of the time, I'm just watching art streams. And I already get too busy trying to just watch all of those, so I can't imagine if I was trying to keep up with all the other kinds of streams, you know, how hard that would get. Probably incredibly difficult, if I have to guess. You're bored with games? You watch 3 artists mostly. Oh, really? I'm the lucky one of those 3, I'm guessing. If you're here, I'm assuming then. Yeah, I am. Well, I'm very pleased to know that I'm one of those 3. Feel very lucky. So who's the third? Because I know Charles is the other, so who would be the third? You chat with people in USA, Canada, UK, Germany, Poland, France, India, Singapore, Hong Kong, Dubai, Austria, Bulgaria, New Zealand, and even Australia. That is crazy, yeah. It becomes a really small world, doesn't it? You're picky about your art? Chloe. Oh, I think I've seen you on her stream before. Yeah. Chloe is also one of my favorites. Have you seen the last painting she's been working on? The one with the beautiful pinkish clouds and the lovely scenery? That is unbelievably beautiful. I love that. That one is crazy. Yeah. I would so love to have a print of that in my room. And I don't even like scenery, but I like that one. You mess with her to complete it because she pauses a lot to talk. Really? Yeah, I always struggle to make her streams because she doesn't have a stream schedule, and because she sort of streams at different times, it can be quite tricky for me to actually, you know, be there. You know? She does stream at a fairly convenient time zone for me, in general, which is at least the one benefit. She streams around 12 a.m. your time usually, but every day though, so you can catch her while you're heading to work. That's nice. That is really convenient. So finish up left shoe. Now we're going on to the right shoe. And what did I do over here? I did a bit of that. I am so excited, guys, because tomorrow is Friday. No bird today. Zazu is sleeping at the moment. So he was around earlier, Crystal. If you caught the start of the stream, you would have seen him, but at the moment, he's napping, so I don't want to disturb him right now. How are you doing, Crystal Bot? Charles likes drawing shoes. I do too, actually, yeah. I think shoes are super awesome. But Charles is so creative. He always likes adding teeth to his shoes or like giving them a mouth or something. No worries. You had to do mom duties. You'll just hang around. Aw, no worries. Hope your kiddos are doing really well. You're so lucky to be a mom. I think that's one of the most honoured positions in life. You know, you get to be there for these tiny little beings. Doesn't always feel that way. Yeah, no, I'm totally sure it doesn't. Can't say that I understand because I obviously don't have kids of my own, but I definitely can tell you that, you know, kids will end up being grateful to you one day for everything you do. Pets are kids. Well, if Zazu counts, then I suppose, yeah, but I don't know. A kid is like a way more advanced pet, you know. A lot more responsibility with that. So what ages are your kids at the moment, Crystal? You are 40 and still rather have pets, but maybe someday you will want a kid. Well, almost 40. Yeah, well, I mean, I think if you're not wanting it, it's not a good idea, you know, and there's no need to want one. You know, I think you just will, you know. If it's the right thing, then you'll just get to a point where you just want one. No need to try and mold into a certain lifestyle if it's not for you, you know. I think so many people try to do that and it's freaking ridiculous. We're all so different and no need for us all to have to live the same lives. You have to go and start up the cook to make some lunch. It's nearly 4 p.m. and the cook is slag. No worries, Sketch. Hope you had some good lunch. Very late lunch, I would say. You just have a 5-year-old, but he's got a huge personality. How adorable! That sounds awesome, Crystal. I always keep up with this artist called Map Graves, and she looks after her sister's kid, and you know, we're sort of used to her kid by now because we've grown up with him. You know, seeing him go from being super small and now he's like, I think 7. I'm pretty sure he's 7 or 8. maybe even older by now. I can't remember, but I think having a kid is so special because, you know, you get to make art with them, you get to be creative with them, live out their imaginations, and I think they help you be alive, and that's special. You know, we as adults can get so dull and not know how to live and have fun anymore, and yeah, I think a kid can really help you go back to that and understand what it is to live. You're not ready for a kid and you don't feel ready. Yeah, exactly. So there'd be no point, you know. You have considered streaming, but he would steal the show. Well, does that really matter? I mean, sometimes Zaza kind of steals the show over here, and I don't think anybody really cares. Hope not. Kids change everything. 2 kids change everything again. Yeah, I can imagine. You were 40 when you got married for the last time. That was 34 years ago. Now, 3 more kids later, you're a happier man, you think. You can't remember. Well, that's good, Sketch. Good that you know, you're happy that you have your kids and you have such a beautiful relationship with your daughter. You know, you both stream together, make art together, and I think that is so, so special. Maybe you will get married at 40, but you doubt it. Well, Dr. Koenig, I mean, to be honest, I think in some cases you're better off being single than just being with someone. If it's not your soulmate and it's not somebody you are really, you know, connected with and you're sure about, I don't think there's any pressure to have to be with just anybody. I think it's gonna just be worse. Because you can feel more alone being in a relationship than not being in one when you're not with the right person. So for sure, I think it's good to be single if, you know, if you haven't found anybody that you feel that way about, much better to be single. Second brew is done. How'd I get so wise? I'm not very wise. No, definitely not. Thanks, Neka. I'm so special myself, you know. Oh, thanks, Sketch. Thank you. No, there are lots of people far wiser than I. My grandparents, for example. Okay, so not far to go, and then we have this whole one done. Then I can start some gouache. You're not wise yet, but you're wiser than a kid? Well, at least that's a good thing, right? At least you've surpassed your own childlike level. I think we're all embarrassed at things we did as a kid. You know, the way we acted, the way we talked and shared things, and yeah, I think eventually we grow up, but in some cases maturing makes people become more closed off, I think, rather than more open, which is not necessarily a good thing. So maybe it's good to always keep yourself in check at every stage of life, you know. not get to a point where you think you have it all figured out. You're going to try to do more gouache work tonight, but you're still cooking. Oh no, Crystal. Well, I hope you find some quiet time to yourself without your little one interrupting you too much. How is he with being creative? Do you think he'd join in with, you know, doing a painting? You have a love affair with your oil painting, and you get good advice from that fella in the mirror. Well, that makes sense. I mean, being in love with art doesn't leave a lot of room for a relationship, does it? You think your dad's death made you think a lot about things. Oh, that's sad. I'm so sorry to hear that, Dr. Chronic. I really hope you're okay. That's rough. Yeah, sometimes those pivotal things in life change us quite a fair amount. So this was A, I'm pretty sure. Trying to get the letters back on them. Ooh, oil painting. Yeah, oil painting is just something else. It consumes you. He's so creative, but he's a perfectionist like Mama. Well, that is so sweet, Crystal. Hopefully he becomes an artist like you. Being a perfectionist is not necessarily a bad thing as well, is it? Like, sometimes it can push you and, you know, make you expect more of yourself. As long as you don't stop creating, then that's fine. You're okay-ish? Well, that's good, Dr. Chronic. Really hope that, you know, you keep feeling alright. Oh, guys, that is so sad. That is so tragic. Sending lots of bunny hugs and Zazu hugs. And I'm pretty sure this one was a B. Seems like I had another letter written on that one, but rather not go with, rather just keep it the same. Keep that a B, please. Your dog thinks you're great? Well, I think that's pretty standard, Sketch. I think every dog thinks its humans are great. So maybe your dog is a little bit biased, you know? Because dogs in general just think any human is great. But I know for sure, having met you as a non-biased, non-canine, that you are actually great. So that's at least you have that to go on. It's interesting to see how much you turn out like your parents over the years. Isn't it true? It is so true. People always tell me I'm a spitting image of my mom in every way. And you know, I think it's great being able to look at your parents and sort of see a future version of yourself. In some ways, it's calming. You know, you know, well, that's what my life could be like, and you know, you've got something to look forward to. We will meet again, you believe? Wait, your dad, your mum, your sister, your biggest boy's mum, your eldest 3 adopted kids' dad all passed away. Oh no. Wow, that is massive, Sketch. Yeah, wow. So let's keep going? Yeah, definitely. Make your dog not watch. Watch what? Watch what exactly? And the other one was a C. Thanks again, Neka. You're feeling the love. It's so nice. Well, I'm happy to hear that. You know, I don't. When it comes to topics like those, I guess I sometimes feel like, you know, I can't really say enough. But at the same time, you're worried to say too much, and you know, because everybody deals with things in their own way, and like, you know, grief in that sense is such an incredibly personal topic. And so I guess sometimes most of the time when I encounter people who have gone through something so horrible, I often just feel at a loss for how to, you know, empathize, I guess. How can you possibly, you know, show enough emotion or share enough emotion for an experience like that? But at the same time, you kind of feel guarded that you don't want to share too much because you don't want to set off, you know, too much emotion in that person as well. So it's a very tricky thing, and I feel like it's just one of those things in life that just shouldn't exist. You know, they shouldn't even happen. But you know, you get a group of people who feel like talking about those things helps them, and then you get the other group of people who feel like not talking about it helps them more. So, you know, when you're talking to somebody you don't know very well, and you know they've gone through something so personal and so intense, it can be incredibly hard to know what reaction to give. You know, what's going to help them best. How can you know, you don't want to hold back and not share emotion, but at the same time you don't know what stage of grief they're in. You also don't know how they're dealing with that, so it's incredibly difficult. I always just feel like all I want out of it is for the other person to know that they are loved, and to know that people are there for them if they need it. If they need to talk and they want to talk and they want to open up about it, that they can, but not to try and prompt them to do so if they don't want to, which is a tricky thing, because at the same time some people don't want to burden you, and so you have that dilemma. But yeah, It is not an easy topic. Like when your kitten dives onto your... Wait, I miss so much. Your dog side eyes you a lot with... but you just squish and love him anyhow. Really? You've got a pretty cat-like dog then. Because most dogs are fairly chill. How old is your dog? Like when your kitten dives onto your lap in the morning, when you wake up early for work and wants cuddles. Oh, that is so adorable. Kind of the cutest distraction, but also the most unwanted, because how on earth do you leave a little face like that and go to work, you know? You were born right at the end of the Second World War. Now that was sad beyond belief and not even unique. I can't imagine, yeah. You read a lot of history. Yeah. You've seen World War II vets still alive. It amazes you. Yeah, I can imagine an experience like that would have changed their lives entirely though. So you've been blessed beyond most. Love is a beautiful thing. The more you give, the more it bounces back double. That is true, yeah. You know that Dino is feeling loved even though it just wants to crawl. Exactly! Yeah, hopefully by the time he grows up, he can realise how lucky he was that he had her. And how much he poured into him, you know. Cooper is almost 3, he loves you, but he's such a stinker sometimes. Oh goodness, that's so young still. That is so young to be so moody. Like, you can understand older dogs who are kind of, you know, in more pain, why they would, you know, be a little bit more moody. But a young dog like that already being so moody? That's interesting. Okay, so I want to add just a little more yellow to the dinosaur's eye. There we go. And then I probably will start with a couple of highlights. We'll see. I'm fairly happy. I need to do the shadows. It's so crazy how you just get different lines on different paper. And yeah, sometimes like it's not quite the line what you want, or sometimes it is and it's so different. You think your son causes the moody behavior. He's tired out by the time you come to bother him. Wait, who's tired out? Oh, you mean the dog. Really? Your kid tires out your dog? That's crazy. You must have one very, very energetic son. But explained... Wait, but I explained that? Wait, I explained what? Sounds good, let's see the paint roll. Yeah, exactly, so just in a sec. So I need to finish the shadows, and then we shall start the gouache highlights. Not far to go now, guys. Not far to go. Oh, I explained how kids tire out their pets? Exactly. And yeah, some of the time I think it's not really nice ways. So not proud of that. Not proud of that at all, especially from somebody like myself who's quite an animal lover. But, you know, we all have things we aren't proud of and can't take back. We just gotta live with ourselves being monsters for the rest of our lives, so. Energetic is true. Yeah, it sounds like it. Sounds like you have a little handful. At least it keeps you all on your toes. I feel like the only thing that doesn't quite feel like it has the right values is the little dinosaur over here. It just feels like he's lacking some contrast, so before I start on the gouache, I'm gonna need to push that out, because otherwise the gouache isn't gonna do much for me. It's just gonna ask for more darkness. Thank you for the follow, Infratha. I really appreciate that. Welcome, and feel free to introduce yourself. Where are you from? Dr. Carney, do you know if Charles is streaming today? Because we're gonna have to find somebody to raid in, what's the time? Probably around half an hour or a bit more. So if Charles is on, we could always give him a bit of a raid. It'd be awesome. Am I taking off in a half hour? Probably, yeah. Or whenever I get this done, which I'm estimating is going to take probably around a half hour, so let me quickly take a glance at Twitch and see who is on. There is another girl currently streaming. Oh, Deepdale is on. We could always give her a bit of a raid. That would be awesome. Because yeah, Charles is not streaming, so that's not gonna work. There's also Freakmeister. But yeah, we could go and raid Deepdale because she was here yesterday. A painting is never done. Yeah, well that's a good point. I'm probably gonna keep peeking at it in the next few days, but you know, it's as done as it's gonna get for now. So let's just go with that. Do I normally stream at the same times? Yeah, I do, Dr. Chronic. My stream schedule is actually set for 12 to 4, but at the moment it's more like 2 to 5 or 2 to 5:30ish, my time. So yeah, I normally stream probably about an hour to 2 hours later than what I have on my stream schedule, but we're working on that. We're trying to get to the point where I'm not late. So yeah, I like to have a set time because it's just easier, because then, you know, you guys know when I'm on, I know who's gonna be able to be there, and yeah, also just makes me able to schedule the rest of my day a little easier when I know what's gonna happen when, so. Ooh, so let me do the eyes just a little bit more because I need a touch up. I'm gonna make sure this is nice and dark because they really need to shine. You have looked at the About artist and have seen Alien Princess. Yeah, because I'm from outer space and I am an alien princess, so trying to make my life here on Earth. It's based on an inside joke that my dad and I have, that we're from outer space, and so we just kind of keep this joke going where it's really not much. It's just that he originally was from outer space, and so yeah, we made a life for ourselves here on Earth, and so I'm a princess over there. So that's all it really means. Thank you for the follow, Pixel Pro. How are you doing? Where were you from? About you, Princess Nekaki. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Chronic. You have a special place on Mars now. We'll build you your very own spaceship so that you can transit between Earth and Mars at free will whenever you want to escape the chaos. I'm sure a fella like you could definitely make use of that. Woohoo! But first you need to watch this drawing finished. No worries. Well, it will soon be finished. It's not got a long way to go. Okay, final stage guys, the gouache. So let me just mix up a little bit. As a fan of T-Rex, this drawing is adorable. Well, Buzzard Chris, I'm really happy that you like it. I'm glad I did T-Rex. I did him an honor. I hope I did him justice. Because he is definitely very, very adorable, I think. Velociraptors and compies are actually some of my favourite dinosaur species. I always think of parrots as dinosaurs, to be honest. I'm not sure why. My gouache has properly dried up, so getting it out of here is going to prove incredibly difficult. There we go. A lot of dinos did have feathers. Yeah, apparently they did. I didn't draw him with feathers because he's just kind of supposed to be the stereotypical version of whatever T-Rex looked like. Not too much of a problem. Okay. That is perfect. So you start with the eyes. Thank you for the follow, GFGXF. Really appreciate that. Kind of proud of myself for saying that username out properly. Jurassic Park had an impact on you. You've had recurring T-Rex dreams ever since you were a kid, and now you're 30. Wow. Well, how awesome is that? I hope they're good dreams. I'm sure they are if you like him, you know, if you like little T-Rex over here. And I'm sure that they were good dreams. I think that's awesome. So he needs some Colgate. Let's give him some whitened teeth, so he can be part of a Colgate ad. Come on, brush your teeth, little T-Rex. Need you to have them nice and shiny. They're usually terrifying. Oh no, that's not good. Charles Lister Art, amazingly creative artist, been a huge support since the start. Pencil Wizard, Baby Yoda fan, Sing the Moon Man, and Live to Tell the Tale art streamer. That's just evil, you love it. I hope he doesn't see that. In some ways, and in some ways I don't mind if he does. Yeah, I had to put some credits in there. Baby Yoda fan, that's so that's referencing another artist who has been super supportive to my stream and who also happens to be crazy creative and one of my favorite art streamers here on Twitch. So if you do want to follow a really amazing stream, do go check out Charles Lister Art, because his work is just out of this world. Like, completely out of this world. You had to stop messing with him about it, or you'll get banned for a little bit. Oh no! Got that out of hand, did it? It gets auto-blocked. You can't even say Baby Yoda. It gets auto-blocked. Or Grogu. Are you serious? Wow. That is crazy. Guess he really has had enough of him, hasn't he? You were an ass and kept finding ways around it, and were getting yourself in trouble. Oh goodness. I'm sure he had a good laugh though. I'm sure he did. He has a positive vibe, but his art is just okay. You mean Bob Ross? Yeah, I can't say I've watched a whole lot of Bob Ross's videos. Like, I haven't actually watched anything, to be honest. I think I'm using the wrong brush. That's what's the issue, because it's not picking up the right amount of paint, and I'm not being able to mix it to the right consistency, so I'm really struggling through it at the moment. It's a little bit better. He's all about making art accessible, not the world's best artist. Yeah, I think he's more of an art teacher than an amazing artist. But yeah, Buzzard, he helped people get into art. Well, that's great, that's great. Very inspiring person. You like his paintings, you're just not in awe. They're all the same. Yeah, and I think that's why I love Charles's work so much, because no matter what, you go to his streams and you will always see something different and always see something crazy unique. So yeah, I love being inspired, you know, when I watch other artists. So you don't want to go somewhere and just see the same old stuff all the time. Maybe I need a little bit more paint than that. Getting too much water now. He's just an all-round awesome dude. Yeah, well, I can't say that I know, because like I said, I haven't watched any of his stuff, but everybody seems to have only good words to say about him. It helps inspire you on what you can achieve as well. That's really good. You would say his art isn't technically impressive, but you feel you could say that about actual revered artists. Yeah, I mean, there are lots of people who, and art is so subjective, so you could look at somebody's work who's very revered, but you know, they don't, it doesn't relate to you very well, or you don't feel like it's amazing. You would like to see kids to be able to enjoy my art because you know they would love it. Oh, Dr. Kronig, thank you so much. I'm actually trying to currently get into children's book illustrations, which is why I'm working so intensely on the Humpty Dumpty storybook, which I'm meant to be doing more of. I wasn't working on it this week. So probably next week I really have to push it. But yeah, that is my goal, you know, and that's going to take me all year because I have to finish the drawings, I have to color them, then I have to design the book, get the book printed. So it is definitely going to take me all year. But I have my goal set on it to finish Humpty this year. So yeah, hopefully that means next year's journey could open up children's book illustrations to me. And that would be super exciting. You were talking about watching Charles draw helps you think of ways you can improve your own art and achieve something greater. Yeah, and the way like Charles also puts a lot of emphasis on draw like every day, draw when you have a spare moment, just practice your heart out, and that is how you're going to get better. And he places so much emphasis on The fact that it's not just talent, there is actually so much effort and practice that goes into that. You were talking about watching Charles draw. Oh, hey, Khan, you're here. How are you doing? Didn't think we'd see you today. I'm doing good. Yeah, my day's been pretty well. Been very, very warm. I didn't actually get a lot of sleep last night because for whatever reason, I just could not sleep. So I went to bed at 7 a.m. this morning. So I'm expecting, because I'm still very awake, I'm expecting that I'm gonna crash just like right after dinner because, yeah, I didn't get any sleep. But I used to get very little sleep and cope okay on that, so I'm not really somebody who needs a whole ton of sleep anyways. Two words, draw more. Exactly, Grumpy Illustrator. You're so right. You're so right. Yeah, you were spending some much needed time with your youngest brother. You watched some true crime stuff and started to watch Shutter Island. And now you're in the midst of drawing. Shutter Island! Come on, that's like one of the best movies ever. I love Shutter Island. Watched it like I think 2 or 3 times. It's awesome. Really, really love it. That sounds like some fantastic quality time. So it sounds like you and your brother are both true crime fans then. Have I seen the site Charles uses for clothing? You're not sure on how much I get from my sales, but you think parents would buy the clothing for their kids. Which site are you talking about, Dr. Chronic? Are you meaning Redbubble, or what are you meaning? Way too much of that. It's refreshing to see an art streamer not drawing anime girls or furry characters. Yes, please do not get me started on just the struggle to find people who do not stream digital art of anime girls. I'm just quite over it, because I try to scout out Twitch and find just people who do something else, just something different, and I find it incredibly hard scouring through 90% of anime girls. Yeah, I'm not a fan, so that's why I found a couple of streams that I'm really fond of, and yeah, I just stick around on those because I can't do the whole anime girl thing. Finding time to draw is so hard though. You have to really force yourself to do it. You started... hang on. Chat is going so quick right now. You started streaming for that very reason, and when we're not in lockdown, you push yourself to go for a coffee and draw every day. Yeah, well, like streaming actually, for me, really pushed me to drawing regularly as well. So, you know, because you've got this set schedule, you've got this set time where you're hanging out with other creatives. It's almost like going to uni and having forced yourself at uni to be creative, except now you're doing it more voluntarily, but you still got these people to keep you accountable. And I think that's very helpful about streaming. Even if you're just watching another person stream, that's already fine, you know, it doesn't matter. You type in shirts on his stream and it pops up. Let you go back and see. No worries, Dr. Chronic. I'll get back to you on that in just a second. Welcome so much. Thank you for the raid, Starworm. Really appreciate that. How's it going? What were you working on? Wow. Thank you so much for the raid. There is a lot of anime on here, isn't there? There so is, Grumpy Illustrator, and I can't do it. There's a guy paints portraits of people's pets, which is chill. Are you talking about Freakmeister Buzzard Chris? I love his work. I do follow his stuff. There's also a couple of Re Hermes or R.E. Hermes. She does beautiful painting. So if you're interested in more traditional art, I can give you a list of my favorite art streamers on here, and I'm sure that you will be pleasantly surprised that there are actually quite a bunch that do not just do digital art and anime girls all the time. Hello Starworm, please feel free to share your account with us and show us some, drop a link to a picture of what you were doing, please. You're definitely with me on that. You like digital to a certain extent, but seems to be an oversaturation of waifu and anime drawings on here makes it difficult to find creatives you'll legitimately enjoy. You'll be happy when Twitch has a feature where you can filter that out. Well, you can filter out to traditional art only, but there are obviously some people who do still tag their stream as being traditional art, even though it's not. So you are going to have that problem. Share that list, no worries. Send me a DM on Discord, Grumpy Illustrator, and I will flick you through a list of who I follow. Thank you so much to everyone who's new here. Thank you for the follow, Hero Toxic. For those of you who are new and just joined me in from Starworm's raid, thank you so much, Starworm. I really appreciate the raid. You are so wonderfully sweet to have thought of us and bring your little family our way. So today we are working on a watercolor piece where we're pretty much at the end of it, wrapping it up. So yeah, I finished it, I think I finished the sketch in early 2019. But I started doing the colored version in watercolor yesterday. So yeah, I had to take a risk. I was going to just do a spot color illustration of her, but I ended up to do a background, and I'm really, really happy that I did. Really happy. You worked on a Luna moth and an acrylic painting on a mason jar today. Wow! Now that sounds interesting. Can you show us? Hang on, I should be able to find you on Twitch and be able to check it out myself. And then we can go and have a look at what you were doing. Also, just wanted to remind me that I was going to send you a link to the shops of Instagram, of those shops. Did you DM me on Instagram, Khan? Sorry, I do get around to things, but sometimes I'm just a little bit slow. So, guessing it's the last broadcast on Starworm's account, so let us have a look. Hopefully I can see what she was doing. Let's go to the end and then I should be able to have a better idea what it looks like. See if I can share that with you guys. Guys, this is Starworm's. Let me just see if that's sharing to you guys first. Awesome. This is Starworm's Twitch account. If you guys could please give her a follow if you're not already following. She just rated us and shared her whole family with us, and look at her art. That is so awesome. That is so cool. So I'm guessing, where's the mason jar? Trying to figure out. So that looks like your heart. So what are you talking about the lunar moth and the mason jar? Maybe I skipped it. Oh, there we go. So there's the... I'm guessing this is the mason jar you're painting. That is so cool. What kind of paint did you use to have it stick to the jar? That is very cool. Wow. I love the colors. Those are some really, like, just enjoyable colors. A little baby dino? Yeah, we've got a little baby dino today. You'd love to share? You can share the pic on Instagram real quick. Please do, please do. Thanks so much for sharing. You worked on the jar earlier in the stream. Yeah, so glad that I scrolled back. I can see that you've been working on the jar. I love the color. I really, really love the colors. Did you have to prep the surface of the glass first, or how did it just stick? Because I would just worry, what if it doesn't like keep sticking to that paper, to that surface? That is so interesting. Oh, so you probably outlined it first. That's gonna be such a beautiful decoration. Wow. Yeah, welcome everybody who's new, and thank you so much for that raid. Welcome, and thank you for the follow, Ian, Christine. Really appreciate that. Oh, Lana Christine is raiding us. Thank you so much for that raid as well, Lana. What were you working on? We just got a double raid. Hello, False Visual. Fancy seeing you here. Thank you for all the follows, guys. Welcome to everybody who's new. Would you like to share your work with us, Lana? Please do. Please show us what you were doing. I'll see if I can share your work with everybody on the stream as well. Oh, so someone said you used Liquitex acrylic paint. You've done acrylic directly on glass before, and it tends to stick pretty decently by itself. Okay, well that's very good to know. Very good to know. You can acid etch glass to help paint stick. Hello, Shamini Horses! Lovely seeing you here again. Let us have a look at Lana's work, because we just got a double raid, guys. So apparently, let's see what Lana was doing. I'll share that with everybody as well. Oh my goodness! Look, guys, we've got some crocheting going on. Look at these adorable little octopuses. How cute are they? Well, Lana, I have got a little something to show you. Have a look here. Have a look at this little guy. It's my very own little crocheted baby Yoda. I'm sure that you'll love him. He's so cute. I would love to have one of your little octopuses. I can tell you that. Definitely sounds awesome. Thank you so much for sharing your work with us though. Octopi? Yeah, they're so cute. Do you have like a close-up photo of those? Those are so adorable. So absolutely adorable. I mean, look at them. Very, very cute. This must take you ages. I would just be so worried. What if I make a mistake halfway through? But yeah, I would love to have a handful of these little guys. They're so cute. Do you sell your stuff on Etsy or somewhere? Thank you for the follows, guys. Just no baby Yoda. Just finishing up a hat and a little sweater for your French press. That's so stinking cute. Yeah, so my baby Yoda, my boyfriend got him for me from somebody on Etsy. And yeah, he's super tiny, super cute, and yeah, I thought you'd like him because you're all pretty crafty yourself. What if you make a mistake with watercolors? You're pretty much screwed, eh? Yeah, you pretty much are. You can't really do much. To a certain extent, you can erase the paint a little bit by having a moist brush, drying the brush, and then dabbing it on your paper. But if you wanted that white, you can't get it dark again, so you can't get it light again. You can never go back to fresh white, but you can lighten it up to an extent. So you do have a couple of options to work with, luckily. Thank you for the follow, Hobbit Porg. Really appreciate that. Please feel free to introduce yourself, guys. Tell us where you're from. You don't yet have anything on your Etsy, but hopefully soon. I would highly recommend that, Lana. I think your work would sell like crazy on Etsy. And you know, you clearly know what you're doing, so you've got a passion for it. Apparently my Instagram is wonderful. Thank you, False Visual. Thank you. I do put a lot of effort into my Instagram, so there is that. You love cheating and using white gouache to hide mistakes too. Yeah, exactly, you can do that. So that's another great tip that Starroom just reminded us of, is yeah, you can, you know, always use your gouache as a bit of a cheating tool to erase things. Chile and Canada, I sound Aussie or New Zealand. So I'm from Australia, Buzzard. Kiwi sound a little bit different. You're very picky about your art and you enjoy mine. It relaxes you to watch me make it. Well, thanks, Dr. Chronic. I'm glad to be one of your 3 streamers that you watch. It's an honor. Here's a better photo of the little Luna Moth girl. Ooh, let's have a look. Still need to add the tail and details, but just worked out the wings and shapes today. Okay, very cool. Let us have a look. Well, what a nice way to share a pic. That is very handy. I love the little wings. Look at those little wings. These colors are just so enjoyable for some reason. That is beautiful, Starroom. It's so beautiful. Luna moths are so special as well. So what are the top bits going to be? The areas you've marked out? Is it going to be some kind of flower? Do you have a spot where you want to put this? That is so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. That painting reminds you of the movie Prehysteria. What is that about? You watch mostly gaming or speedrunning streams, but art streams bring you chill vibes. They do. Art streams are very relaxing, and I hear a lot of people say that they can actually have extensive conversations on art streams and, you know, actually connect and make friends with people. In ways that they don't feel they really can on gaming streams. Your favourite colour is green, and you love that. Well, I guess it's no wonder why your name is green then. Thanks for sharing. You don't do a lot of acrylic paintings, so it was a little tricky, but it was super fun and rewarding to work on. Well, you're very welcome, Star Room. I should thank you for sharing your little community with us. It was so special. Yeah, just flowers on a branch, kind of winging it. But the sketch helped out lay out a few things. Well, that should be, once you finish it, I think that's gonna look amazing, with the flower. I think it's gonna be beautiful. So do you have a spot you want to put it? Like somewhere in your house, or are you selling it? Winging it, nice pun. Yeah, that's a good one. Didn't even notice that. So yeah, we're about near the end. I wonder if I just add a couple of highlights to the skirting board. I forgot what you guys call it in the States. But we call it a skirting board. You would call it molding or floor trim. Right, okay, so I've heard all kinds of different words for it today. I think someone said something with a B, something that started with a B earlier. I don't know. You may give it to a friend or use it to store some brushes. It was super spontaneous, and you honestly just needed a break from the heart-shaped planet painting you've been working on. That makes sense, yeah. I do that too sometimes when I'm just like bogged down with oil paintings for ages. I just need a break. Sometimes I just need to do a sketch to get out of my head again and just flow. And then sometimes you're fine. You can just go for ages, but it really depends on the time of day or week or your mood. I'm pretty happy with it. Essentially, I think it's done. I think it looks really washed out on the webcam over there. It's definitely much better in real life. Trying to get it focused, but yeah, that's her and a little dinosaur friend up close. Luckily, we gave him some toothpaste and lightened up his little teeth. Luckily, he's not suffering from decay anymore. So yeah, it's been a good project to work on this one. I'm glad I redid it. Off topic, but is that a shark wizard behind you? That is one of my favorite plush toys, Dr. Koenig. It's by Avril Lavigne. It's her bearshark from her music video. I can show you what it looks like. So this is the Bearshark by Avril Lavigne. As you can see, he's super fluffy, super soft. He's got a little fin at the back. I paid so much to get him because you could get him as a limited edition plush toy if you bought her album, but I missed out because I don't know, I was silly, I didn't buy it. And then I did want the plush toy, and I ended up scouring eBay, and the only place I could find one was from Japan, and it cost a fortune. So I just kept waiting and waiting, and finally I found one that was a little bit more affordable. Still not quite super affordable, but it was close. So yeah, I got him. He's really cute. He's not terrifying, he's adorable. I mean, look at him. Super soft and fluffy. He's actually surprisingly soft. I didn't think he was going to be as soft. From the pictures, he didn't seem to be. So yeah, one of my favorite ever plush toys. I have so many plushies. But I also have a, if you check out the last picture on my Instagram, you will see a picture that I posted of one of my recent purchases, which is the spider bunny, and she is super adorable. So if you want to have a look at her, she was purchased from Honey Lambs, and I love her. I absolutely love her. She's so gorgeous. He looks like a bear with a circumcised head. Oh, you're so terrible, so insulting to poor Bearshark. Bearsharks definitely won't kill you. Yeah, lots of other things will kill you. People will kill you. Spider Bunny rocks. He does. Well, she does. Guess she's a she because she's pink. But yeah. So thank you so much, guys, for hanging out. Let me have a look and refresh Twitch. Because we need to try and find somebody that we can raid. Why is this looking like that? So I'll see who's on. Because I don't think... Oh, Deepdale is still on. We could go and give her a bit of a raid. That would be awesome. Because she gave us a visit yesterday. So... Or we could give Poku a bit. Do you guys want to go look at Poku Mio's work? Or would you rather... There's also someone called Claire who's currently working on what looks like an oil painting. Can you share a YouTube link for this 90s pre-hysteria movie? Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Shermany. Please do. Oh, that's your cue to sleep? It's 2 AM. Oh, no. As long as there's no baby Yoda. Oil painting sounds good. Well, we could always do that. Or we could go to Poku. So Poku or Claire. Let's do Poku. I've never rated Poku before. I think Claire with the oil painting is AFK at the moment, so doesn't look like she's there right now. So we may have to do Poku. That should be good. Okay, let us do that. And I will... Oh, it's Kuri Neo. My goodness, that's a hard thing to type in. Have a good one, and nice job on the drawing. Well, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate that. And I appreciate every one of you who subbed today, who came to visit. I will be streaming same time tomorrow. So if you guys want to join me tomorrow for a new drawing, that would mean a lot. I would love that. But for now, I will bid you all farewell because we are going to raid Poku. And I need to get some rest, so I'll hang out with you all on Poku stream. But for now, I bid you all farewell, so next time. Have a good night to you too. It was lovely catching up with you as well, Starroom.